Parents often ask me if they can wait when their child is having reading problems, and my answer is always the same: don't wait. There's nothing to be gained from waiting. We know that early intervention is the best way to help kids who have reading problems. So the longer you wait, the less time they have to catch up to grade level reading. 80% of reading problems stem from dyslexia. So the earlier you find out if your child has dyslexia, the faster you can get them the kind of help that they need. A lot of teachers have bright kids in their classes who are reading below grade level, and their message is often very hopeful to parents. You don't need to worry about this. Your child is smart. They're going to catch up. And what we know statistically is that a child really benefits from having reading intervention between the ages of 5 and 8. That's when the developmental window is open for them to acquire literacy skills as efficiently and quickly as possible. So if your child gets early intervention, they're going to be able to learn how to read much more quickly. That's not to say that a child can't learn how to read once they're 9 or 10, but it's going to take them longer because their brain is not as primed to learn those kinds of skills. When we talk about developmental windows, we're talking about formative periods where the brain has the best chance of learning something because of the way that it's wired. And we know that to gain literacy, those are the years between 5 and 8. Once a child reaches 9, there is a plateau in the development of the academic foundational kind of learning opportunities, and the brain is reorganizing, getting ready for puberty. And we know that puberty is all about those big emotions. So if your child is not getting remediated until they are 9 or 10, then that is another factor that makes it a little harder for them to learn how to read because they're already starting to have very strong emotions about it, and their self-esteem at that point might be somewhat damaged. I'll talk about self-esteem in another video, but the important thing to know is if your child is having trouble with reading, they need to get intervention as soon as possible. So let me give you some examples. If you're talking about a child who is in kindergarten or first grade and they are not making the same progress as their peers when it comes to pre-literacy and literacy skills, and their parents take them, get them screened, and it turns out they have dyslexia, so they start getting targeted dyslexia tutoring. A child of that age is going to be able to read at grade level most likely within a year, maybe 18 months. If a child is 8 when their parents decide to find out if they have dyslexia and that's what's causing their reading challenges, that child is not going to have as easy a time as that child will not have such an easy time as a child who is 6. But they will still be able to read at grade level, most likely, by the time that they are 10 years old. Some of them will be able to read at above grade level by that age. There are lots of factors that go into how successful tutoring will be for your child, and part of it is the developmental age, like is their brain primed to learn those reading skills? And the other part of it is emotional. Is your child, do they still have a high self-esteem, or are they feeling bad about themselves? And that makes it more difficult for them to be open to the tutoring. Should you wait or should you not wait when you're considering getting intervention for your child's reading problem? And the answer is don't wait. The sooner you get your child reading help, the faster they'll be able to get to grade level reading. And we know that 80% of children who have reading trouble have dyslexia, and they will need some intervention as soon as possible.